Gentlemen, your co-main event of the evening, 3 5-minute rounds in the heavyweight division, brought to you by Fearless Fighter. Introducing first the fighter on my right, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a squirrel tactics expert, weighing in at 261 pounds with a professional record of 10 wins and 14 defeats. He is fighting out of Red Spider MMA, El Paso, Texas.
And I was really hoping she would get the win, but
14 wins and 6 defeats. Darrill, the Boss, Schoonover. And now his opponent, standing across the cage and fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter, weighing in at 260 pounds with a record of 12 wins and 6 defeats, fighting for Black House, Los Angeles, California, Lew the Titan Polley.
All right, so give me your take on this fight. You got Lew Polley,
your referee, Larry Carter.
You got Darrill Schoonover. This is a veteran. Give me your take on this fight.
Lew always surprises me. I really don't know what to expect this fight. I hope he's going to bring it. Training camp at Black House is always amazing, especially if you did everything that Kenny tells him to do. It's been a while. I've been in rehab and in performance training, so I'm excited to see Lew. Like I haven't seen him before, This is a little bit outside of what I'm used to, and here he goes.
Oh, wow. Lew Polley with that big takedown. Of course, Cyrus Fees here on commentary. Justine Kish from Tough 20, one of the top prospects in the world, and we're watching her teammate, Lew Polley, on top of Ultimate Fighter veteran Darrill Schoonover.
No doubt. Darrill Schoonover is a guy that was very game on the Ultimate Fighter and has continued to improve since leaving the Ultimate Fighter and putting together a nice little record there at 14-6, which he did correct me on when I announced it incorrectly. He was a last-minute replacement, but Lew Polley's all over him, Casey.
Oh, wow. Big shots right there from Lew Polley. Mega control, a tremendous wrestling base. Of course, Lew Polley, one of the coaches there for Junior Dos Santos back in the day there at the Ultimate Fighter.
There he is. Lew Polley pushing him up against the cage and really doing some work, landing some shots. And Schoonover comes in here, I believe, on 2 days' notice, 1.5 days' notice. He was told about it on Thursday. So, you're talking about a guy stepping up.
Now, Justine, talk a little bit. You were fashioned originally as a kickboxer, but, if you're working with Kenny, you have to be getting a tremendous amount of wrestling training and evolving your game tremendously.
I would say my specialty is Muay Thai. I do love kickboxing as well. And to round up my game well, I do my wrestling and my jiu-jitsu, everything through Black House MMA with Kenny. He helps me really round out my game, and it's nice to see Lew in there kind of
controlling the action.
Controlling the action and being a teammate and seeing him go through the drills that we practice every day. It's so nice, and it's really cool, and it's inspiring, it's motivating. It's like, oh my God, things we practice every single day, it's in there. And I've been out of the game for a good year now because of my knee, but it's still it's the simple things, it's the practical things, and it's nice to see him implement this right now in this round at least.
Well, it's Lew Polley, Darrill Schoonover, brother. What's your take on this?
Well, I don't know. These squirrel tactics aren't working out here for Darrill Schoonover. That's what he said that his style was squirrel tactics. So I'm waiting to see that come into play. But Lew Polley's doing what he does, man. He's such a powerful guy, pushing him up against the fence. And Schoonover hasn't been able to release and work some of that striking. He does have nice striking, Schoonover does. I do remember that from his Ultimate Fighter game.
Here we go. Perhaps we'll see that now. Separation here. Back to the center of the cage. Of course, Lew Polley, veteran of the RFA, also Bellator Fighting Championships.
Watch out, Casey. Watch out. Quick strikes. You see the quick strikes there of Darrill Schoonover.
What a fight. Both of these gentlemen.
Heavyweight action.
Both of these gentlemen, top-level pros, doing what they do. Big leather and a huge shakedown there by Lew Polley.
Casey, the cage panel almost didn't stop that fall, man. These guys are big dudes. You're talking about 520 pounds worth of man going up against that cage panel.
And look at Schoonover. He's doing what he has to do. He's postured up against the cage, trying to bring back that vertical base. It makes it difficult for Lew Polley to get his work done, and he has to work extra hard to keep Schoonover on the ground.
Well, here's the thing, Casey. You know, this fight right here is a perfect example of what Lamont Chappell's doing by bringing in top-level talent, because he can't really get a whole lot back right now. He's obviously got people watching around the world live stream, but, I mean, these fans, you got one guy from Texas and one guy from California. Lamont's putting on big-time fights. He doesn't care to spare the budget and put on big-time fights.
Absolutely. These are household names a lot of people have seen. If you follow the mixed martial arts scene on a national level, you've seen these guys before, and these guys are delivering. They are game, and they know how to fight. They know how to bring the action and take it to the next level.
Casey, we just can't say it enough, taking it to the next level.
Now, Justine, right here, of course, you got Lew Polley here, dominant, but unable to really secure the finish there. Schoonover doing what he can to work back up to his feet. In your estimation, what does Lew need to do to get back in the driver's seat and finish this fight?
I think he needs just to relax and just to be a little bit more active.
Well, here we go. I'm actually really excited for this round. Here we go. Round number 2. This has been a fun fight so far. Right down the middle of Schoonover. He has that striking advantage 100%. Lew Polley has to close the distance and get back to what he does best.
And Schoonover stalking there, moving in, but, you know, he's a little bit tentative. You know, he's going to have to move. He's going to have to get his footwork going, because as soon as Polley feels like he's in danger, he hits that takedown. It's almost unstoppable.
And there you go. You see the shot to the leg there.
He's going to absolutely have to wrestle him. He's not going to be able to strike with him at the moment.
No, you're absolutely right, Justine. Yeah, I mean, obviously a wrestling match, Lew Polley wins all day, but in striking, Darrill Schoonover has that big-time advantage, and right now he's circling and doing a great job.
And, you know, Schoonover, he's one of those guys that you look at his frame, you look at his build, he's not a guy that you would expect to be able to handle himself the way he can, but this dude is very tenacious.
Yeah, he's very deceptive when you see his body type and stuff, that maybe he wouldn't be too strong, but, I mean, you've seen time and time again with guys like, you know, Roy Nelson and Fedor. You know, they may not have that perfect build, but they're tough.
Well, Lew Polley again on top, great control here. A lot of weight there, pressing into the back of Darrill Schoonover. Both of these men obviously looking for a big win here to advance their career, move on, and do even more big things in this sport.
Well, the crowd's loving it here in Greenville, and anytime you bring in some top-level heavyweights, everybody loves that, man. I don't know anybody that doesn't enjoy a heavyweight fight, so there you go.
Schoonover regaining the underhook there with his left arm, looking to possibly jockey his position back to the center of the cage. Obviously, he wants to be in that striking area, but every single time he seems to be getting a head up, a leg up. It's the takedown of Lew Polley that intercedes.
So how about this? I want to ask you, Justine, what did you think about the big title fight last night with Joanna getting the win over Jessica Penny?
That was this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah? That was amazing. Like, I was really expecting, like, if Jessica was going to win this fight, she has an amazing judo coach. Just Ronda Rousey's judo coach, and I was like, Jessica's gonna, if she can win this, the grips, win the grips in the clinch, and win the takedown, she will have a submission. Joanna wanted nothing to do with her groundwork, so you want to utilize her striking brilliantly, and really attacked it on Jessica. And Jessica and I are castmates and friends, and I knew Jessica could win it.
Whoa, I hate to cut you off there, but things are getting a little
big shots right here. Darrill Schoonover, he is really pushing forward here, driving Lew Polley back to the cage.
Body
that could be a bad move, though, because if Lew Polley gets a hold of you, it's right back to the mat really quick.
Well, I think Schoonover's done enough with his striking in this round to counteract the wrestling and the takedown right now. So, you know, if it does indeed go to the judges, I think he may have the edge on this round.
You never know. You never know how the judges are going to call it.
Right. You're absolutely right, Casey. I'm only speculating, and that's never a good idea, right?
Now, Justine, of course, you hold a victory over one of the top talents that was in the Tough 20 roster, and that's Randa Marcos.
Yeah, she's not on my radar anymore. Joanna is on my radar. I want her. I want Joanna.
Yeah, she wants that champ. She's not wasting time.
I know I'm going to have to make my UFC debut September. But I mean, if I could, I would have her. But it's tough to make it straight to the top on your debut. So I'll do whatever it takes. But I want Duwana. I know I can have her, and I know I can take her.
Is there any word on your first opponent there heading back to the UFC?
I can't say. There's so many options between now and between September on who win losses. Options. So I know I will have. I know I want to make my. I'm cleared by end of August, so they're gonna have. My doctor clears me by end of August to compete. So UFC looks to make to have my debut by September.
Beautiful.
So it's not gonna make a difference. It's not gonna make a difference who it is. I'm training the exact same way.
I like it. I like the confidence, Justine. We're excited to see it. And Lew is back to where he was there in the last round. He's back
on top, grinding it out. And I don't know, Cyrus. I don't know.
It's close. I mean, it's
2 big takedowns, and it looks like Lew looking after the left arm of Darrill Schoonover, possibly a Kimura lock, possibly a straight arm lock.
Final seconds here. Does he have enough time to cinch it in and finish it off? It looks like Schoonover might make it to the horn here. Third and final round. Big boys throwing down here will be Schoonover out of Texas or Lew Polley out of L.A. Red Spider versus the Black House. Crowd loving it out here, man. Like I said, they're far removed from their fan bases, but the crowd here loves it. They're getting behind these heavyweights.
And this is the thing, man. Schoonover, he's landed a few solid shots, but it seems to not phase Lew Polley. He's got such a big neck. He takes those strikes so well, and he moves on forward. What's it going to take for Schoonover to really inflict some damage? The damage is going to need to put Lew Polley away.
Hey, I mean, you talk about the guys that go through Black House. Just imagine some of those names that Lew Polley spars with and works with. I mean, some of the best strikers in the world today come through that gym. So, he's definitely taking some shots in training.
Nice left hook by Lew Polley right there.
Still got our main event, Jamie Pickett and Savalas Williams coming up. Next fight here at NLFC 2.
And you watch Schoonover, his lead leg there, he's kind of bobbing up and down. He allows the knee to lock out a little bit. That's dangerous against a wrestler. Once a wrestler grabs a hold of that leg, he's going upside down. Schoonover, though, defending and shucking off that takedown very well.
The smartest move that he's made right there was trying to get away from Polley and starting in the middle of the cage once again. He has to establish himself and do enough in this round because you're right, he probably needs to finish. The Titan versus the Boss, who's going to come out on top here at next level.
Possibly a little bit of fatigue there setting in.
Such a big guy. He has such quick hands, Schoonover does. He really does.
Yeah, and I think
quick
Schoonover,
combos.
he's picking his shots because you know that Lew Polley's going to close the distance. You know he's going to look for that clinch and that takedown. Schoonover looking good there, but a great counter by Lew Polley.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're talking about a lot slower hands, but heavy hands.
I'm impressed by Schoonover's strikes. That's good for his weight division and everything. I'm actually very impressed by it. I think Lew is going to move a little bit faster.
Working that jab. He's really established the jab in this fight, Casey. And
All
here we go.
Jab, a beautiful duck under, but then a short right uppercut by Darrill Schoonover. He is definitely controlling round 3. No takedowns as of yet here.
About halfway through our final round, and a very intriguing matchup here with the heavyweights.
It's going to be close. It could even go to a split. If Schoonover takes this round, it could go to a split decision here.
Yeah.
It could go to a split decision because he's definitely ahead in round 3.
Really, just walking into shots. You're right.
If he's going to win this, he's going to have to be decisive and do this now.
You hear the words from Justine Kish, person that knows how to win at MMA. Barking orders as well as Kenny Johnson, you hear in the corner, yelling out orders to Lew Polley.
Well, again, Schoonover, if I'm in the corner of Schoonover, I'm saying, hey, dude, you got to get it done too. And look at that beautiful combination there.
Just a hard head from Lew Polley. He doesn't really seem phased. He's taking some really big shots.
Absolutely not. And to be absolutely decisive, Schoonover has got to finish, I feel like, because of the takedown, the work rate of Lew Polley in rounds 1 and 2.
Yep. I think you're right, Casey. But that second round is going to be the one that is the telling round, 100%. And there's a takedown.
And there's the takedown. Now, how much is that going to score?
Yeah, making it very interesting now. Don't have a clock right here on top of me. I think we got about a little over a minute left here in this round. Schoonover gets right back up.
Right.
That's tough to do with Lew Polley.
Very little done. Very little accomplished there by Lew Polley. I think Schoonover is still in the driver's seat for this round. But again, like I said, rounds 1 and 2. Well, round 2 anyway.
Is he going to drag him back down, though, Casey? It looks like he's still in a pretty good position. Schoonover needs to get his back to the cage so he doesn't get drugged right back down by Lew Polley, because Lew Polley is going to what he knows, his bread and butter.
Look at those elbows, those cutting elbows there from Darrill Schoonover. And look at the back of Schoonover, all those marks. That's inflicted from the cage. That's pressure by Lew Polley up against the cage, busting the blood vessels in the back of
I mean, that's something that happens a lot.
Next day of the cage, whenever you're working against the cage a lot, next day you wake up, you see a nice little temporary tattoo of the cage.
Not a whole lot of time left here.
We have a separation. Now we're going to see some fireworks here.
Polley did have his fingers in the cage. He was holding on there, so they're going to separate him. And here we go.
It's go for broke time. Who knows who's ahead here?
That's it. That's the joy of it, man. That's what it's all about.
They're going for it.
Yes.
They're going for it. This is what the fans paid for here at Next Level Fight Club.
Decision time, baby.
After 3 hard-fought rounds, it's time to go to the scorecards. Judge 1 scores this fight 29-28, Polley. Judge 2 scores the fight 29-28, Schoonover. And Judge 3 scores the fight 29-28 for your winner by split decision. Fighting out of the blue corner, Darrill, the Boss, Schoonover.